Greetings to my respected elders, my brothers and my sisters, and to all those who are not yet believers. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praises to Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I testify that there is none worthy of worship but Allah, and I testify that Muhammad is his messenger. We send blessings and peace upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all of his followers until the day of recompense. My brothers and sisters and my dear respected elders, I just made a video short entitled I woke up a Muslim today, alhamdulillah, right? So I don't think we realize exactly what a blessing it is to wake up as a Muslim. Consider that. And while you're considering that, be sure to like and subscribe on my channel. And if you haven't become a channel member yet, then you're a bad Muslim. I'm just kidding. You're just a bad person. Nah, I'm just kidding again, mashallah. But consider becoming a member, supporting the dawah. Inshallah, allows me to continue doing what I do, and everything is possible because of all of you, mashallah. So thank you so much. Anyway, let's get back to it. So brothers and sisters, if you woke up today and you're a Muslim, then you are blessed beyond belief. You could have woke up today and been a Christian. You could have woke up today and been a Jew. You could have woke up today and been a Buddhist. You could have woke up and been anything but a believer in the one true God. And only the one true God. Depending on what area of the world you're in, you may take that for granted or you may not. There are a lot of people who are born and raised within Islam and within Islamic communities, and they don't really consider the fact of just how blessed they are to wake up and hear Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. They hear that every day throughout their home and throughout their city. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So they take that for granted. You know, it's just like anything else. When you drive a Ferrari every day, you oftentimes take for granted that you get into a Ferrari while other people are in a 1995 Toyota. You know, subhanallah. So you need to start taking heed of the blessings in your life. Take stock of what you have, right? You can have all the physical things in the world, all the material things, everything in this world that you could ever dream of or imagine. You could be royalty, you could be a king and queen, you could be all of these things. President of the U.S., well, that's not really a good job right now. But you know what I'm saying, right? You could be all of these things, you could have everything in the world. And if you don't have Islam, then you have nothing. And you also, likewise, could have nothing. You could be homeless, you could be living on the street, you could be living in your car, you could be sleeping on park benches. You could be couch surfing from house to house. You could have absolutely nothing in this world, physically, financially, all of these things. But if you have Islam, then you have everything. If you're Muslim, right? We really don't understand just how short our lifespan is. A period of, let's say, 70 years, the average of the Ummah. Or was it 60 years, 65 years, something like that? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the average lifespan of his ummah, I think, was, I want to say in the 60s. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong. Allah knows best. But the point is, if you're young, if you're in your 20s, early 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you see this as such a long time. But in reality, you know, look back at your life. If you're 20 years old right now, for example, and you close your eyes and think back for the last 20 years, it's going to be like a blink, right? It's going to seem like it was nothing. And you know why, brothers and sisters? Is because it was nothing. 20 years is a blink of an eye. 20 years is a blink of an eye. And you're out here chasing the dunya, and I get it. You want to be the most successful that you can be, provide a future for your kids, so on, your grandkids, so on and so forth. But you have to understand that we got to place things into perspective. It's about perspective. Having the proper focus and the proper perspective on what truly matters, that's what's going to make us among the winners and keep us from being amongst the losers. This life is a dream, brothers and sisters, and it's a short dream. When you went to sleep last night, for those of you who had a dream that you can remember, it seemed real at the time. It seemed like it was actually going on. In your dream, you can win the lottery, you can get shot, you can do all kinds of things. And when you wake up, it's like that dream was a blur. It's like that dream was just a second. So consider for a moment just how short your life is. When you close your eyes and look back at 20 years, it looks like it ain't nothing. And it's the same way it's going to be when it's 60 years, when it's 70 years, whatever the case may be. Allah knows best. So when you wake up and you are a Muslim, when you go throughout your day-to-day and you're a Muslim, when you have other Muslims in your life, man, take hold of them people. Take hold of them people and love them, inshallah. And for those of you, I've been talking about this a lot, and I'm going to keep calling this out. For those of you who are within a community that's not following Quran and Sunnah, give the beautiful correction while you can. One day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask each and every single one of us. He will say, did you know that this was wrong? And you'll say, yes, my Lord. Because you can't lie to Allah. You can't lie to Allah. He knows when you see it happening within your communities and your masjids. He knows already in your heart what you're thinking, what you're feeling, that whatever the case may be is wrong. He knows that if they have a woman president for the Shura board, for example, he knows that you know that this is not Quran and Sunnah. He knows that you are seeing free mixing and mingling and haram, illicit relationships taking place. He knows that you're seeing this stuff. He knows if you're involved in one of these. And, you know, there's going to be a day of reckoning. There's going to be a day of accountability. I know we live in an age right now where Shaitan has convinced us all that we don't have to be accountable for nothing, right? I joke around on my channel sometimes, and I say, this is 2024, baby. We ain't taking accountability no more, you know? But the truth of the matter is all jokes aside, accountability is a thing that we're going to have, whether it's now or whether it's later or whether it's both. So we must strive to do our best, brothers and sisters. We must strive to do our best to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We must strive to make the beautiful corrections within our communities so that our communities can remedy themselves and get back on the Sirtal Mustaqim. Now, if you don't think it's a problem now, you know how things spiral out of control. They start small and then they grow bigger and bigger and bigger over time. The same is with this fitna that is within these communities. These things that are going on that are not supposed to. They start very small. But imagine that stretched out over a 20-year timeline for your kids, for your grandkids who are coming into Islam and who are joining the deen. The deen will become a shadow of its former self, brothers and sisters. And that's most certainly not what we need. We can't guarantee paradise if we're not practicing the deen the way Allah has revealed it, the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained for it to be practiced. So you got to consider this. We can't expect our children to make it into paradise. And there's a lot of people out there that don't even believe in paradise anymore. Astaghfirullah. There's Muslims out there who have fallen prey to the Western mindset and the modernity and the Western ideology to the point that they would rather please the people in charge, they would rather please the powers that be than to please the Almighty Creator, the one who puts air in their lungs and allows their heart to beat so many thousand times a day and allows their children's heart to beat. Astaghfirullah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all guidance. Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all the Muslims in Palestine and Yemen and Lebanon and just everywhere in Iran and Iraq and Saudi Arabia and the U.S. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all the Muslims who are about to experience this Hurricane Hilton. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you guys the guidance to get out of there. Ameen, ameen. Brothers and sisters, be sure and like and subscribe. And if you haven't become a member already, then remember what I said, you're a bad Muslim and you need to do so. I'm kidding, mashallah. But no, for real. Consider joining the channel membership. That helps. There's different tiers. 4 tiers, I think, are available, starting at $2.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee a month, brothers and sisters. A month, not a day. That's less than a cup of coffee a month. It helps the deen, it helps the dawah, and it's a sadaqah that is forever. MashaAllah. So brothers and sisters, with that being said, until next time, remember that there is one God and only one God, and He alone is worthy of worship.